All right, so for today's episode of the bootcamp, we're going to be talking about important software to use when trading, specifically Tradingview and Tradovate. So first up is Tradingview. Basically, 99% of traders use Tradingview, and this is to look at different assets that they're trading in the market, whether it be stocks like Nvidia, forex like British pound, US dollar, or what we trade, which is going to be the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 futures. So when you get on the charts, there are plenty of different drawing tools that you could use. There's vertical lines to map out time, which is on the bottom here. There are different annotations you can make, lines, boxes, and there's indicators that you can use to make trading a little bit easier. So first, I want to talk about all the uses of TradingView, and then what indicators I use to help me trade at an efficient level. Okay, so going on what they have, we really only trade NQ. So you're gonna go to the symbol search when you get into TradingView, and you're gonna look up NQ and click on that, and this will be it. It may be delayed for you. You will either have to purchase a Top Step account, which will give you free access to this by going down on the arrow and then connecting through Tradovate, which we'll get into in a second. Or you'll just have to, pay the subscription to TradingView Premium, which is not that much money. So up here we have time frames that you can use. I have the 2 minute because I have TradingView Premium. But you will get the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15, and all of the above. We will talk later once we get the strategy about how these different time frames will become important when you're making your trades. But yeah, every single candle, a candle being one of these green, or mine are white, but you will start off with yours being red. I just custom made them white. You will Every single candle will be a mark of whatever time frame you are on above. So this was a 15-minute candle from 4:15 to 4:30 on Friday, December 27th, 2024, which it says on the bottom of the dotted line. So that means it was from 4:15 to 4:30. All price was consolidated into this one candle, and price went down. That's why it's white and not green. Same thing with the 5 minute, 3 minute. Every single candle represents a chunk of that amount of time. So 4 to 4:03 is this candle, 4:03 to 4:06 is that candle, and so on. We have boxes so that we can discuss fair value gaps, which once again, you may not know what these technical terms mean, but it's important to just know that you can draw them out. And then we'll talk about the indicators that I have. So I have a fair value gap indicator, which just tells me where fair value gaps are. So as you can see right here, it says fair value gap for every single fair value gap on the chart. I also have volume at the bottom, just so it shows me how volume is, so I know when I'm in a trade, when to get out, when to go break even, when to do a bunch of different stuff. Then if you're a beginner, I recommend Luxalgo Smart Money Concepts, which will give you so many free tools. Here are the settings. You want to have all of these checked off. The only thing that you should manually have to check off is the equal highs and equal lows. Fair value gaps if you want, but I have the own fair value gap one, so you don't really need it. And then premium and discount zones, which will also include equilibrium, which is a huge point that we also touch on later down the line. And then lastly, I have the ICT kill zone settings, which is why this box is New York AM, this box is New York lunch, and this box is New York PM. We only trade the New York AM session, which is 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. So we only trade in that time frame, and that's really important because that's when the stock market opens, and there's going to be a lot of volume and volatility in the futures market during that time period. So yeah, this is what TradingView is. It's to view the assets that you're going to be trading, and sometimes you can even place trades through TradingView if you connect your broker, like I said before. Next, let's talk about the broker. The broker we use is Tradovate. So as you can see here, here's one of my accounts. It's at 54.1K. Of the 50K that we discussed from Apex. These are all my accounts. They just go down like that. So this is where you actually can place trades. Like I said, you can link if you want, but I prefer to have two different tabs doing two different things just because I like the look and the simplicity of Tradovate better. You can also use a different firm if you want and a different broker. But I like Tradovate just because it's extremely simple. I would never press bid or ask, but all you're going to do is you see the contract sizing right here. So 180, it's only high because I'm copying it over so many accounts. And then if you want to get in a long position, meaning you're betting on the price going up, you press buy market, and then you press sell market for the opposite. The contract size is how many you go in, and then you can press exit and market and cancel to fully take you out of the position at any time manually. There are also drawing tools as well on Tradovate, so you can draw your own fair value gaps and everything like that. Also, you can place limit orders, where you can put a line there. It's rejected because, we're after hours right now and the market's closed. But you could click, and then another thing you can do is if you're live in a trade, which we will do this when we're trying to go break even. So meaning that we'll get into that concept in a bit, but you can drag where you're going to place a trade or where you're going to get out of a trade. So yeah, Tradovate is used to actually place the orders and adjust the actual money going in and how much your account is actually worth, whereas Tradingview is for visibility purposes and just to look at what you're trading. So yeah, those are the important softwares that you're going to need to become a successful trader.